Exercise 1.5, question number 1. Using the functions f and g given below, find f of g and g of f. Check whether f of g is equal to g of f. 1. F of x is equal to x minus 6, g of x is equal to x square. 2. F of x is equal to 2 by x, g of x is equal to 2x square minus 1. 3. F of x is equal to x plus 6 by 3, g of x is equal to 3 minus x. 4. F of x is equal to 3 plus x, g of x is equal to x minus 4. 5. F of x is equal to 4x square minus 1, g of x is equal to 1 plus x. Solution. Here first we have to find f of g, then g of f. First find f of g. First one, f of g is nothing but, first write f, then instead of this of we can put bracket, then write g. G means g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x. What's the value of g of x in one? First one, g of x is nothing but x square. Therefore, here we can substitute instead of g of x, x square. Now, f of x square. Then find out the value of f of x square. F of x square is nothing but x square minus 6. Here, what's the reason? Here, f of x is x minus 6. In first one, f of x is x minus 6. Here, f of x is equal to x minus 6. Here, for example, f of 4 is 4 minus 6. Just substitute x is equal to 4 here. For example, f of 5 is equal to 5 minus 6. Just substitute x is equal to 5. Then, what's the value of f of x square? Just substitute x is equal to x square in here, in this x, or instead of this x, we can substitute x square. Therefore, x square minus 6. Therefore, what's the value of f of x square? X square minus 6. Then find out g of f. G of f. G of f is nothing but, g is g. Instead of this of, we can write bracket. Put bracket. Then write f. F is nothing but f of x. Then substitute the value of f of x. What is f of x? F of x is nothing but x minus 6. Here we can substitute instead of f of x, x minus 6. Now, g of x. Here g is g. G of x minus 6. Then find out the value of g of x minus 6. Here, g of x minus 6 is nothing but x minus 6 whole square. What's the reason? Here, what is g of x? G of x is nothing but x square. G of x is x square. Therefore, for example, g of 4 is 4 square. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here. For example, g of 5 is 5 square. Therefore, here we want g of x minus 6. Therefore, what is the value of g of x minus 6? Just substitute x is equal to x minus 6. X is equal to x minus 6. X minus 6 whole square. Therefore, what's the value of g of x minus 6? X minus 6 whole square. Then expand. Here, use a minus b whole square formula. A square minus 2ab plus b square. Since reason is here a minus b whole square form. Therefore, here a is x, b is 6. Therefore, use this formula. A square, x square minus 2ab, 2 into a is x into b 6 plus b square. B square is 6 square. Then simplify. X square is x square. Here we can multiply. Minus 2 into 6 minus 12 x plus 6 square is 36. Then compare f of g and the g of f. Here we can write f of g is not equal to g of f. Reason is f of g is x square minus 6. G of f is x square minus 12x plus 36. That means they are different. They are different here. Therefore, we can write f of g is not equal to g of f. Now, first one is over. Then second one. What is second? This is second question. Here, first find f of g. F of g. F of g is nothing but f of bracket, put a bracket, then write this g. Instead of we can put a bracket. Then write this g. G is nothing but g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x. What's the value of g of x in second one? G of x is nothing but 2x square minus 1. Substitute that value 2x square minus 1. Instead of g of x, we can write 2x square minus 1. Now, here f is f of 2x square minus 1. Then find out the value of f of 2x square minus 1. What is f of x? What is f of x in second one? 2 by x. Therefore, write that value f of x is equal to 2 by x. Then find out f of 4. For example, f of 4 is nothing but 2 by 4. F of 5 is 2 by 5. Just substitute x is equal to 4 here. Here substitute x is equal to 5. Then here we want f of 2x square minus 1. F of 2x square minus 1 is nothing but 2 by. Here instead of x, here also we can substitute 2x square minus 1. Here instead of x, 2x square minus 1. 2x square minus 1. Therefore, 2 by x becomes 2 by 2x square minus 1. Therefore, what's the value of f of 2x square minus 1? Is nothing but 2 by 2x square minus 1. 2 by 2x square minus 1. Then, second one, g of f. G of f is nothing but g of f of x. Here, instead of we can put bracket again. Then write this function f. F is nothing but f of x. Then substitute the value of f of x. What is f of x? F of x is nothing but 2 by x. 2 by x. Substitute that value 2 by x. Now, g of 2 by x. What's the value of g of 2 by x? Is nothing but 2 into 2 by x whole square minus 1. Reason is, what is g of x? 2x square minus 1. G of x is nothing but 2x square minus 1. Therefore, for example, g of 4 is 2 into 4 square minus 1. G of 5 is 2 into 5 square minus 1. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here. Here x is equal to 5. Here instead of x, 2 by x. Here we want g of 2 by x. G of 2 by x is nothing but 2 into, instead of x, we can substitute 2 by x. 2 by x whole square minus 1. Therefore, we can substitute instead of g of 2 by x is nothing but 2 into 2 by x whole square minus 1. 2 into 2 by x whole square minus 1. Then simplify. Here 2 by x whole square is nothing but 2 square by x square. 2 square is 4 by x square. Then put this minus 1. Here we can multiply 2 into 4, 8. 8 by this x square minus 1. Now compare the values of f of g and g of f are different here. Here f of g is 2 by 2x square minus 1, but g of f is 8 by x square minus 1. They are different. Therefore, here we can write here f of g is not equal to g of f. Now, second one is over. Then third one. What is third question? This is third question. First find f of g. F of g is nothing but f of g. F of means bracket. Then write this g. G means g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x. G of x is here 3 minus x. In third question, g of x is nothing but 3 minus x. Here, g of x is nothing but 3 minus x. Therefore, we can substitute instead of g of x, 3 minus x. 3 minus x. G of x is equal to 3 minus x. Here, f is f. Now, this is nothing but f of 3 minus x. What's the value of f of 3 minus x? Is nothing but 3 minus x plus 6 whole divided by 3. What's the reason? What's the value of f of x in third one? F of x is nothing but f of x is x plus 6 divided by 3. X plus 6 whole divided by 3. Take that value. F of x is equal to x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Then find out f of 4 and f of 5. Here 4 plus 6 by 3. Here 5 plus 6 by 3. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here and here x is equal to 5. Here we want f of 3 minus x. F of 3 minus x. That means just substitute x is equal to 3 minus x in right side. Here we can substitute x is equal to 3 minus x. 3 minus x plus 6 whole divided by this 3. Therefore, what's the value of f of 3 minus x? F of 3 minus x is nothing but 3 minus x plus 6 whole divided by 3. That value can be substituted here. 3 minus x plus 6 divided by 3. Then simplify. Here 3 plus 6 is nothing but 9 minus x divided by whole divided by this 3. Now we got f of g. Then find out g of f. G of f is nothing but g of means bracket. Then write this f. F is nothing but f of x. Then substitute the value of f of x. What's the value of f of x? F of x is nothing but x plus 6 by 3. That value can be substituted here instead of f of x. F of x is nothing but x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Now this is nothing but g of x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Then find out the value of g of x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Is nothing but 3 minus x plus 6 whole divided by 3. What's the reason? Reason is g of x is here. G of x plus 6 whole divided by 3 should be found out here. Therefore, take g of x first. What is g of x? 3 minus x. Then, for example, g of 4 is 3 minus 4. G of 5 is 3 minus 5. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here. Here substitute x is equal to 5. Therefore, here we want g of x plus 6 whole divided by 3. G of x plus 6 whole divided by 3 is nothing but just substitute x is equal to x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Here we can substitute 3 is 3, put minus, then substitute instead of this x plus 6 whole divided by 3. X plus 6 whole divided by 3. This is the value of f of x plus 6 whole divided by 3. That value can be taken here. 3 minus x plus 6 whole divided by 3. Then simplify. Here we can multiply 3 and 3. Cross multiplication should be taken. 3 into 3. This is fraction. This is integer. Therefore, here we can take cross multiplication. 3 into 3, 9. Then put this minus sign. Then write x plus 6. Then put whole divided by this 3. This 3. Then simplify. 9 is 9. Here minus is common for these two terms. Therefore, we can multiply by this minus. Minus into x minus x. Minus into plus 6 minus 6. Whole divided by this 3. Then simplify. 9 minus 6 is nothing but here 9 minus 6 is nothing but 3. Then put this minus x whole divided by this 3. This is the value of g of f. Here also we can compare. Here what's the value of f of g? F of g is 9 minus x whole divided by 3. What is g of f? G of f is 3 minus x whole divided by 3. They are different. Therefore, we can write here also f of g is not equal to g of f. Now, third one is over. Then fourth one. What is fourth one? Fourth one is nothing but this is fourth one. Here also we have to find f of g first. Then find out g of f. First f of g. Fourth one. F of g. Here also we can write f of g is nothing but f of bracket. Then write this g. G is g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x. G of x is nothing but here x minus 4. In fourth one, g of x is, what is g of x in fourth one? G of x is nothing but g of x is x minus 4. This value can be substituted instead of g of x. X minus 4. In fourth one, x minus 4. Here g of x is nothing but x minus 4. Now this f is f. F of x minus 4. What is f of x minus 4? Is nothing but 3 plus x minus 4. What's the reason? Here f of x is 3 plus x. In fourth one, f of x is nothing but 3 plus x. That value can be taken here. F of x is equal to 3 plus x. Here, for example, f of 4 is 3 plus 4. F of 5 is 3 plus 5. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here. Here substitute x is equal to 5. Here we want f of x minus 4. Now we can substitute x is equal to x minus 4 here. Instead of x minus 4. Here 3 is 3. Put this plus sign. Then write. Instead of this x, we can write x minus 4. Instead of this x, we can write x minus 4. Now, what's the value of f of x minus 4? This is the value. This value can be taken here. 3 plus x minus 4. that can be taken instead of this f of x minus 4. Then simplify. 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is nothing but minus 1 plus x. Now we got f of g. Then find out g of f. G of f is nothing but g of is bracket here. F is f of x. Then substitute the value of f of x. What's the value of f of x here? F of x is nothing but 3 plus x. That value can be taken here instead of f of x. 3 plus x. Here g is g. Now this is nothing but g of 3 plus x. G of 3 plus x is nothing but 3 plus x minus 4. What's the reason? Here g of x is x minus 4. Therefore, here we want g of 3 plus x. G of 3 plus x. That means instead of x, we can substitute 3 plus x. Instead of this x, we can substitute 3 plus x. Then put this minus 4. This is the value of g of 3 plus x. That value can be taken here. What's the value? Value is 3 plus x minus 4. 3 plus x minus 4. 3 plus x minus 4 should be simplified. Here 3 minus 4 is nothing but minus 1 plus x. Now compare. What's the value of f of g? F of g is minus 1 plus x. G of f is minus 1 plus x. That means they are equal here. Now we can write here f of g is equal to g of f. In fourth one, f of g is equal to g of f. Now fourth one is over. Then fifth one. Fifth one, what is fifth one? Fifth one is nothing but fifth one. This is fifth one. Then first find f of g, then find out g of f. First f of g. F of g is nothing but in fifth one f of g. F of is bracket, then write g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x. What is g of x? 1 plus x. Now we can substitute instead of g of x 1 plus x. Now this is nothing but f of 1 plus x. Find out f of 1 plus x. First write f of x. What is f of x? F of x is 4x square minus 1. In fifth one, f of x is 4x square minus 1. Now, for example, f of 4 is 4 into 4 square minus 1. That means just substitute x is equal to 4 here. If in f of 5, we can substitute x is equal to 5 here. Here, we will get a 4 into 5 square minus 1. Then, here we want f of 1 plus x. F of 1 plus x. What is f of 1 plus x? 4 into 1 plus x whole square minus 1. That means instead of x, this x, we can substitute 1 plus x. Here also we can substitute 1 plus x. Instead of this x, we can write 1 plus x. Here 4 into, instead of this x, we can write 1 plus x whole square. Here 2 times are there. Therefore put a bracket. Then write this square. Then write minus 1. This is the value of f of 1 plus x. Therefore write f of 1 plus x. Here instead of f of 1 plus x, we can write 4 into 1 plus x whole square minus 1. Then simplify. Here 4 into, this is nothing but a plus b whole square form. A plus b whole square is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here a is 1 square. A square plus 2ab. 2 into a is 1. B is x plus b square. B square is x square. B square is x square. Then put this minus 1. Then simplify. 4 into, here 1 square is 1. 2 into 1 into x is 2x plus x square is x square. Here minus 1 is minus 1. Then here 4 is common for these 3 terms. Multiply by 4. 4 into 1, 4. 4 into 2x, 8x. 4 into x square, 4x square. Then put this minus 1. Then 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is nothing but 3. Then put this 8x. Then write this one. Plus 4x square. This is the value of f of g. Then find out g of f. G of f is nothing but g of bracket. Then write this f. F means f of x. Then substitute the value of f of x. What's the value of f of x? Here f of x is nothing but 4x square minus 1. 4x square minus 1. Instead of f of x, we can write 4x square minus 1. Here g is g. That means g of 4x square minus 1 should be found out here. What is g of x? G of x is 1 plus x. G of 4 is 1 plus 4. G of 5 is 1 plus 5. That means substitute x is equal to 4 here. Here x is equal to 5. Therefore, here we want g of 4x square minus 1. G of 4x square minus 1 is nothing but 1 plus 4x square minus 1. That means just substitute x is equal to 4x square minus 1. X is equal to 4x square minus 1. This one is 1. then put this plus sign, then write instead of this x here 4x square minus 1. Instead of x here 4x square minus 1 should be written here. Then this is the value of g of 4x square minus 1. Then substitute instead of g of 4x square minus 1 is nothing but 1 plus 4x square minus 1. 1 plus 4x square minus 1. Now here 1 minus 1 cancel, or 1 minus 1 0. Therefore 4x square. We get 4x square. This is the value of g of x. Then compare. Here f of g is 3 plus 8x plus 4 square. G of f is 4 square. They are different. Therefore, we can write here f of g is not equal to g of f.